At first, the image feels light and friendly, like a helper sitting next to you, eager, confident, ready to speak at any moment. It sounds useful and harmless. But if we stay with that image a little longer, it opens a deeper question about how we decide what to trust and when. Because the presence of a constant assistant changes how we think, even when it is silent. We need to place this idea in a wider context. For most of history, tools waited for us. A hammer stayed still until we picked it up. A book stayed quiet until we opened it. Now tools speak back. They suggest. They complete our thoughts. They sound sure even when they should hesitate. This shift is not about machines becoming smarter. It is about humans sharing the thinking space. The first surface idea is simple. AI can do many tasks quickly and with confidence. It can recall facts, write drafts, organize plans, and respond without pause. That feels efficient. It feels supportive. In daily life, this looks like emails written faster, schedules planned smoother, problems answered instantly. The temptation is to let the tool lead because it never gets tired. But beneath this convenience sits a hidden assumption. The assumption is that confidence equals correctness. When something speaks fluently, we tend to trust it. We confuse speed with insight. We forget that learning comes from patterns, not from understanding. This matters because many human decisions are not about information alone. They are about judgment. Think about a doctor speaking with a patient. The data matters, but so does the pause, the tone, the sense of fear or hope in the room. Think about a teacher guiding a student. The answer matters, but so does knowing when the student is discouraged or confused. Think about a manager making a choice that affects lives. The numbers matter, but so does responsibility. These are moments where being right is not enough. Being careful matters more. This leads us to a structural pattern that is easy to miss. We are moving from tools that extend our hands to tools that extend our voice. When tools speak with us, they begin to shape the flow of thought. They suggest paths before we fully consider alternatives. Over time, this can narrow thinking without us noticing. It is similar to relying on navigation every day. At first it helps. Later you stop forming your own map. The skill fades quietly. The same risk exists with thinking. When suggestions arrive too early, we may stop wrestling with uncertainty. Yet uncertainty is where judgment grows. This is where the reframing becomes important. The question is not whether humans will stay in the loop. The question is what role humans should protect. Instead of seeing humans as backup for errors, we can see humans as keepers of meaning. Machines are strong at patterns. Humans are strong at values. Machines optimize. Humans decide what is worth optimizing. This perspective changes the relationship. The human does not compete with the tool. The human sets the frame. In moments that matter most, the human presence anchors the interaction. The tool becomes an amplifier, not a replacement. Imagine a customer service moment where someone is upset. The speed of response matters, but so does feeling heard. The human can use support to find information quickly while choosing words with care. Imagine a legal decision where consequences are serious. The system can surface options while the human weighs fairness and impact. In these cases, the tool increases capacity, but the human carries responsibility. This is why different people will draw the line in different places. Some will trust automation in creative drafts but not in final judgment. Others will accept automated planning but not automated care. The line is personal because values are personal. This brings the idea into daily life. Each of us already decides where we want human presence. We prefer a real voice in moments of grief. We want a person when stakes are high. We accept automation when errors are small. These preferences reveal what we value. The challenge is to make these choices conscious rather than default. If we let convenience decide for us, the line will move without discussion. Awareness slows that drift. A useful practice is to ask where mistakes are costly. Where misunderstanding would hurt. Where empathy changes the outcome. Those are places to keep humans central. Another practice is to notice how often we accept suggestions without reflection. Do we check? Do we question? Do we pause? These small habits protect agency. The optional deepening here is about learning. When humans work with supportive systems, they can grow faster if they stay active. The danger is passive use. The benefit is collaborative use. Asking why, not just what. Exploring alternatives, not just accepting the first answer. Over time, this builds better judgment. It keeps the human skill sharp. It turns assistance into partnership. This future does not require fear. It requires clarity. Clarity about roles. Clarity about values. Clarity about responsibility. Tools will continue to improve. That is certain. What remains open is how we choose to show up with them. Whether we stay curious or become dependent. Whether we protect the moments that shape trust and meaning. So as these systems sit beside us every day, offering confident help, the quiet question to carry forward is this. In which moments of your life do you want speed, and in which moments do you want a human presence to slow things down?